How y'all doing? It's your boy Glenn the God Chaser, and welcome to another segment of Live Life Strong, Trusting God, featuring Manifest Visions. And today's topic is, how do you know if you're making the right decision? A lot of times we make decisions, and they not only affect us, but they affect the people around us. And it can be tricky sometimes in making the right decision. And sometimes you don't know if you're making the right decision until you've already made that decision. But I'm here to encourage you and tell you and show you and give you some key points. I want to understand, how do you know if you're making the right decision? And I have 4 key points that I know is going to help you. And the definition of right is to be morally good, justified, or acceptable. And my first key point is you have to pray. You always want to go into prayer first. You want to lay your burdens down in the situation or the circumstances that are ahead of you or coming your way. Lay it unto God first. He will help you and show you on how to make the right decision. He will send you signs. He will send people your way. He will give you a feeling. He will give you discernment when you're making certain decisions in your life. That way you can make the right decision. But allow God to enter into that space. So go into prayer and ask God to show you. Go into prayer and ask God to reveal certain things for your next move in life. And He will do it. It might not be exactly when you want to, but He's going to show you when it's time to move. And my second key point is you got to check your intentions. Before you make any decision, whether it's right or wrong, check your intentions. What are your motives when you want to make this decision? Is this decision not only affecting you, it's affecting the people around you? So you want to check your motives and your intentions. You want to make sure you're making the right decisions, not only for you, but the people that are around you. That when you're making the decision, whether it's to buy a new home, a new car, whatever it might be, that you're doing it for yourself first, but some of the people that are around you too, because your decisions affect them. So check your motives and your intentions. So if you have a bad intention, or you're trying to hurt another person, or you're trying to show off to the next person when you're buying this car, when you're making the decision, you might not be making the right decision. You also want to, hey, where are you at in life right now when you're making these decisions, these motives? Are you trying to keep up with the Joneses when you're making these decisions, or are you doing them for you? Are these decisions affecting you mentally, emotionally, and physically? So you want to check your intentions first before you make any decision, whether it's right or wrong. And my third key point is outcome. A lot of times when you're making decisions, you won't know the outcome until you've already made it. But before the outcome even happens, you can think about the pros and cons. So if you made the decision already, what happened after you made that decision? Did it affect you positively, or did it affect you negatively? Did it harm your living situation? Did it harm some of the people that are around you? Did it put you in jeopardy? Did it put some of the people around you in jeopardy? What was the outcome after you made that decision? Then you would know, hey, whether or not you made the right decision. Because if it affected you negatively or put you in a bad position, or some of the people around you in a bad position, you might not have made the right decision. So you want to think about, okay, what would be the outcome if I made this decision? Weigh the pros and cons. So you want to think about the outcome. And my fourth key point is peace. If after you made this decision, like I just talked about, the outcome, it has given you peace, or you don't have any anxiety when you're making this decision, or you're not overwhelmed when you're beginning to make it, or after you've made it, you've made the right decision. I get it. Now, everything, you can't attach your feelings to everything that you do, but if it's giving you peace in your mind, your heart, your surroundings, or in your home, and it's not disturbing anything that is around you, you've made the right decision. And I want to leave you guys with this Bible verse, Proverbs 21:2. A man's way is always right in his own eyes, but the Lord ponders the heart. That's basically saying sometimes we're always thinking we're making the right decisions. But like I said in my first key point, pray. Because God will ponder your heart. He will check your heart. And the only way you can do that is when you begin to enter into prayer. God will begin to check your heart. It begins to allow you to lay your burdens unto Him in certain situations, whether you're dealing with family members, friends, whether you're thinking about contemplating the switching jobs or whatever. God will ponder your heart on these things. But you want to give Him the chance to do that. So remember the key points I just gave you. Prayer, check your intentions, outcome, and peace. So let me know what you think about this subject. Like, share, and subscribe. And remember, think about if you're making the right decision or not before you even make it.
Hey everyone, welcome back. Today's topic is about how to know when you are making the right decisions in your life. Now remember, like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell to receive all my content. Leave a comment below to let me know how you feel about this subject. Your response is, highly appreciated. Definition of decision is a conclusion or resolution from what was considered. Have you ever been in a situation where you had to decide a decision to change your life for the better, or on the opposite, the decision that you make could be a detriment to your life, and you was not sure if you made the right decision or not? Well, I'm here to tell you that there is a certain vibe or feeling to let you know when you are making the right decisions. And I have prepared for you 5 signs to let you know that you are making the right decision. And point 1, enjoyment is no longer enjoyable. If you're not excited to go to work, if you're not excited to spend time with your significant other or partake in any activities, then that's a telltale sign that it's time to make a decision to change. And I will give you an example. Say you're on your job. You've been on your job for a while. Every year, there's an event that happens on your job. Now, usually, you are excited when these events come along. And when these events turn out successful, you say to yourself, see, this is why I do what I do. But now, all of a sudden, that enjoyment is gone when these events come around. Now, you can't wait for these events to be over with, because now you're not enjoying this. You have reached a point where you are burned out with this job. And guess what? It's time to make a change. Or, say for instance, you are and your significant other always go out to dinner or to do an activity or whatever, and you can't wait for these times to come around. You're excited. You just can't wait, and y'all have a great time when you get together. Now it has came to a point where when the time comes for y'all to hang out together, you're not even enthused with this. It's not exciting anymore. You're not enjoying the conversations that you are having, and you don't even have fun together. Guess what? It could mean one or two things. It could mean that you need to step up in the relationship and that something is missing, or it could mean that this relationship has burned out and it's time to make a decision to get out of it. Point 2, excitement leads to exhaustion. When you find yourself having to excite yourself just to go to work, or excite yourself to spend time with your significant other, or partake in any activities, this is a telltale sign that it's time to make a change. Because getting yourself excited, if that leads to you feeling exhausted, that's letting you know that you don't really care about this situation any longer. You have reached a point where it's burned you out, and you exhausting yourself by even partaking in this, because it takes so much just to get yourself together just to partake in it. This is a sign that you should make in your mind to get out this situation, because this is not benefiting you or the other person. So get out of that relationship or get out of that job if you are finding yourself exhausted just to get excited to partake in these jobs. Point 3, your uncertainty doesn't lead to anxiety. Look at your situation right now. If staying in your situation gives you more anxiety than stepping out on faith and trying something else new in your life that you don't know, it's uncertain what the future has for you in that situation. But if you got less anxiety stepping out and doing that than you do staying in your current situation, then you already can see what the decision has to be made. Go with your gut. Go with your heart. Do what you feel inside that is the right thing to do. This is how you know you are making the right decision. Point 4, it just don't make sense to you anymore. If you are anticipating doing something in your life and you see that it is compromising your true values, your core values, your health, your spiritual belief, and the way you make your money, then you know off the top that this is not the decision you should make, because nothing that you are finna do should interfere with that. If anything, it should enhance your values. If it compromises you to have to, change up on your health or your spiritual belief or the way you make your money, then that decision is not to be made, because your values are not to be compromised. Point 5. You did it because you wanted to. You didn't do this because you should do it. You didn't do this because it was morally right for you to do. You did it because you felt inside of you, deep down in your gut, that this is what you wanted to do, because this will make you happy. This will give you that joy inside by doing what you want to do. And this is the way you should think. There is no right or wrong way to do things. There is a way you do things that make you feel good inside, because this is what it's all about. The decisions you make should align with your values. They should align with how you feel about doing these things, because anything you do, whether it's work, whether it's in a relationship or any other activity, if you don't enjoy doing these things, how are you going to do these things for a long term? So you have to make sure that your values and the things that make you happy inside are aligned with the things that you are deciding to do. And I'm going to leave you with a Bible scripture. Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. It says, trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lead not into your own understanding, and acknowledge him in all your ways, so he could straighten your path. Always let God lead you. Don't go on your own understanding when it comes to making decisions. That way you will make a decision that is aligned with your values, and you know that your gut doesn't lie to you. That inner person inside, that's God. Listen to that. Those signs are always there. In anything you do in life, pay attention to the signs. The signs will never leave you astray. Thank you.